Chapter 12. Wings of Fire. Fanmade Audiobook. Chapter 12. I'm pretty sure you're all used to this entry already, so I'll just get into the book. And, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, yeah. Oh, there you go. Chapter 12. Tsunami reared up her back legs and began running her talons along the walls. Look for something that will move the boulder, she said. Clay breathed another burst of fire at the wall along the side. It looked like an ordinary flat stone with a few fissures, or whatever, running down the ceiling to the floor. He scratched his claws through the cracks. Nothing happened except his claws tingled painfully. He tried sniffling around the boulder and then shoved it, but it wouldn't move any more than it had on the other side. Hope Starflight's right. I hope Starflight's right, he said, pushing away the sinking feeling in his stomach. I hope we really can open it from the outside. We can, Tsunami said fiercely. It'll be a lever or some kind of thing. She looked back away a few steps, carrying up with the boulder. Or magic, Clay said. What if it's a magic word? Or some kind of talisman we don't have? Tsunami stared at the boulder for a moment, frowning, then shook her head. They mean an animus magic enchanter, and who knows when if those existed in the first place. The only thing Clay remembered about the lesson on magic and animus dragons was that they had power over objects. Remembered that Vita Starflight spent the rest of the day sticking his nose into it, insisting that Nightwings were far more magically powerful than any mythical animus dragons. If it's so great, why do Nightwings live so mysterious and no one can find them? Easy, Starflight said loftily. It's because we have all these special powers, and we don't need to make regular dragons. And we don't want to make regular dragons feel inferior, even though they are, his expression implied. Clay snorted. Special powers like what? He asked. You know, Starflight had answered, irritated. Telepathy, precognition, invisibility. Hello? You don't have invisibility, Clay argued. I mean, you're a black dragon, and you're hard to see in the shadows. That's not a power. I'll be invisible too if I'm lying in a mud puddle. Yeah, well, Starflight said. We can appear out of nowhere in the dark at night, swooping down as if the sky had fallen on you. He swept his wings majestically. Still not a power. That's just you guys being creepy. It is not creepy! Starflight had cried, his voice rising. It's magnificent and imposing. He stopped, taking a deep breath. Besides, we're the only one with visions of the futures, so there. While I stay until the Nightwings come down off the clouds, all I have is dreams about mumble-jumble prophecy that doesn't mean anything. Clay had draped his nose off the rim of the ledge and peered across at Starflight. I mean, it's not like you've got any special mind powers other than being way too smart. We'll have powers eventually, Starflight huffed. Maybe something Nightwings develop when we're older. You're supposed to be studying, not making fun of me. I wasn't making fun, Clay protested. It was true he was trying to distract Starflight from studying, though. Of course, that never worked for long. Now Clay scraped the floor under the boulder. He had actually missed Starflight. More than that, he was worried about him now. Had Kestrel reacted when she couldn't find Clay with Tsunami or Glory? She wouldn't hurt Starflight or Sunny, would she? Suddenly his claws caught on something. He flattened himself to the stone floor and peered underneath the boulder. A long, sturdy stick was jammed under the rock, holding it in place. Here, he whispered to Tsunami. He wrapped his talons around the stick and tried to yank it free. After a few times, he realized it wouldn't come loose, but it did move from side to side. He tried sliding it sideways, but the boulder began to roll. Stopped quietly and looked at Tsunami. Quickly looked at Tsunami. What if Webs and Doom are waiting for us? He asked. They can't stop us, not all 5 of us. Not if we all fight. The only way they kept us in was by blocking the way out. Once it's open, we'll all be free. Tsunami let out a long breath. Alright, Clay said, gritting his teeth. Let's do this. He shoved the stick as hard as he could. The boulder slowly rolled aside with a soft scrapping sound. The central cave came into view, and a shiver ran down Clay's tail at how strange it looked from the outside. A forlorn little shape was huddled by the river, trailing her talons in the water. She turned as the boulder moved, and her gray-green eye went wide. Shh! Snarly hissed faintly, diving across the cave toward her. Sunny leaped up at the same moment and threw her wings open. She pressed her front talons to her mouth, beaming. "You did it!" she whispered. Clay glanced at the tunnel that led to the guardian's cave. Even if Tsunami was right that webs and beams couldn't stop them, he didn't want to stick around to find out. Where the others? He said quietly. I'll get Starflight, Sunny said, heading for the study cave. Glory? I don't know. She glanced up at the stalactites. Clay felt a stab of worry. Was Glory alright? What if something had happened to her while she was camouflaged? If she had stayed invisible, what if he had fallen off the stalagmite or flown into an outcrop and hurt himself? What if right here? The voice whispered to his ear. Soft winds brushed his, and Glory's long shape shimmered into view. Her scales lifted from gray and black to a warm golden orange flecked with dark blue. You're all right, Clay said. In his relief, he twined his tail around hers without flinching. She tensed, but she didn't pull away immediately like she normally would. Instead, she nudged him with her elegant snout. Of course I am, she said. I would have been fine on my own, you know. Perhaps she felt his wings droop. She felt his wings droop, because she added, but thanks for you doing insanely dangerous things for me anyway. Anytime, Clay said happily. Glory stepped back and nodded at where Starflight was straggling out of the tunnel from the study cave. Castle was pretty furious, she said. I just have to listen to her from my hiding place. Those two got the brunt of it. Clay started in forward, but Tsunami and Sunny were already on either side of Starflight. For a horrible moment he thought that Starflight was limping, that he'd been beaten or burned or terribly injured by Kestrel. Then he realized that Starflight was moving oddly, because he was carrying a giant sack of scrolls on his back. Oh no you don't, Tsunami said, pulling away from him. We don't need these, and you already read them all 1,000 times. We might need them, Starlight protested, yanking it back. They'll tell us what's safe to eat and all different types of tribal customs and how to fly in bad weather, and you can tell us all those things, Clay said. You're going to anyway. But what if I forget something important? Starlight fretted. Ha! You'd be a lot more likable if you did forget anything, Glory said. The only thing that's important is getting out of here right now, Tsunami said, before Webs and Jim wake up. And before Kestrel comes back, Glory said. What thrilling news. Kestrel is a part of this? I've been looking for her for an awfully long time. The 5 Dragonets whirled around. Queen Scarlet was standing in the entranceway. Behind her, the tunnel was blocked by a row of skylands in different shades of flame, all of them large, all of them breathing small spurts of fire, and all of them angry. But none of them as angry as the Queen of the Skywinds. Yeah, that's chapter 13. Pretty interesting. And overall, pretty cool chapter. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Then it takes another 3 days to upload.